I gotta raise my chair a little. I always feel like I'm low.
It- All right, so we live.
We have 11, 12, 13,
All
14,
righty, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
18,
How
19.
y'all doing this evening? I pray that everybody is doing lovely, having a great day. All right, let me just do this one thing. I don't know why it does it, but so we all set. So how y'all doing this evening? I pray everybody's having a great day. I'm
Hello.
feeling kind of slow, not tip top, but I'm pushing through. So welcome to Let's Just Talk with Kim. And of course, I am Kim. I must not always say that. And I have my fabulous host, co-host, Theodore Carter.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good
Happy
evening.
Monday.
Girl, Mondays is getting rough. Mondays, man, that start of that week, it be hitting you kind of differently these
Hmm.
days. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and then I forgot, because I had to work, so I forgot it was a holiday.
it ain't no holiday. It's the government is just off.
But there was a lot of people that were off, though.
That's true. It's a lot of businesses closed and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But
But yeah,
it was like, oh,
hospitals.
because I was like, oh, I got to run to the bank. And I was like, oh, the bank is closed. Only just
Yeah, a
because
friend of
you
mine,
were.
she had a lot of things to do and couldn't
Yeah.
do it because of that.
But it
It's
was a little,
crazy. It's
it was
crazy.
quieter than usual. So that was good. I was able to get some, work done. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been an interesting. My weekend was pretty good. I didn't do much. I got with my girls on Sunday, my local girls. We went and got something to eat at this very known cafe called Sabrina's Cafe. It's a really nice place to eat. So we went there and had some good conversation, and it was real fun. I appreciated the getaway.
So I did the hot chocolate run walk. It
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah, me and my
How
sister.
was it?
It was fun. It was our first time doing it, but it was really fun. Like we did you were able to choose from 5K, 10K, or 15K.
Okay.
So we did the 10K. All right.
Mm,
We walk brief because I don't run. Like I'll spin all day, but I don't run.
right.
Because of my knees. So we walked, but we finished the 10K. It was nice. It was fun.
Mm.
Nice crowd out there. So we're gonna do it. We'll probably do it again next year. It was fun though.
Hey, Dr. T, how you doing? Greatness. Good to see you.
Yeah. So it was good. So that was good. And then what did I do Sunday? I think I just chill. Usually I try to let Sunday be a chill day. I don't,
Hmm.
I don't try to do much, you know. Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
that's my family and friends day
yeah.
that I can get together and get something to eat after church. I love fellowship, so after church is real good. And my church, we're starting up our I groups, which is small groups
Oh,
that
nice.
get together. Yeah, so I am in what's called Sermon Bites. So
Oh,
after service, we go out and get something to eat, and we talk about the service. We get the fellowship and have great fun. So I'm looking forward to that. They actually started yesterday and I had the date wrong. So I'll be with them next week. So our IGOS groups go for 8 weeks. So I'm doing that and I'm doing a leadership group. So it
so
should be
how
fun.
big are the groups? Like how many people?
Well, I know. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Um, my the sermon bites are is 17 people signed up.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, I think I'm not sure. Dr. T,
Oh,
you already know how many people are supposed to be in a group.
cool.
But they yeah, they don't it normally be really small groups. I would imagine they probably try to keep it under 20 people.
Nice.
So yeah. But yeah, we're going to do random questions again because that was just such a hit
Was it
last
really a hit?
week.
Was it really a hit?
Yes, it was. We had all the like interaction. People was jumping in like, wait, let me say, let me do.
Some of those
Yeah.
questions, though. So,
Well, wait, my niece said she ain't here. Let me text her. My
what she?
niece was like, Auntie, you need to do an after dark one.
Oh no, no. So she want to get. Tell her,
She
tell her
want to
this.
get into it. She want to
Yeah,
get into it. So
yeah.
that would have to be like on that would have to be on like a Patreon when I get
Hey,
there.
twin. Yeah,
Hey Dawn, how are you, sis?
yeah.
That would have to be like a private setting, paid
Uh,
customers only. Because that's what Patreon is. You
yeah.
support your
And she would have
artist.
to be a guest.
Yes, she would, since she
Yes,
wanted it.
because she would
She
be
can't
answering
be
most of the
hiding.
questions. She would be answering most of the questions.
No, I'll do it. I'll answer some things, as long as it ain't too deep.
Hmm.
I'll get in there with some questions. I'm not afraid.
Okay. All right. So what we got going on tonight?
So we're going to do the same
Hey, Kendra.
topic. Hey Kendra, how are you? Gorgeous. I gotta touch base with you. We haven't talked in a long time, so we gotta get on the phone. So we're gonna do love. I'm just gonna call it love because we're not gonna do the second half of it. So that is again that is again 152 to 171, and it's about 14 questions per page.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
We definitely going to get into it. So you want to pick the questions again?
yeah. So page 155, question 10.
What was the most unbelievable date you ever had? That's not bad. Look at you holding your head. It's not that bad. What you thought I
Oh
was
my
going to say?
gosh. So, I wouldn't even say this was unbelievable, but how old? I probably was in my, it was a, it was a, I probably was in like my 20s, right? Late 20s, maybe. And one of my girls, hooked me up with some dude, and I only had talked to him on the phone. So it was kind of a semi-blind date.
Mm-hmm.
And so we, met in the city. I took the train into the city. We met in the city, I think at one of them. It wasn't Dave and Buster's, but it was one of those, little chains
Mm-hmm.
in the Times Square area. And we ate and whatever. And then at the end of the meal, he wanted to split the check. That was unbelievable to me.
I bet it was. Like, what the heck? Where we going?
And I mean, I'm good because I'm gonna always have money. My daddy taught me well. You don't leave the house without no money, right?
I know that's
But
right. You prepared.
right, so I was like, because the bill came, and what I mean, I'm sitting there, and he like, look at, and I was like, oh, dude, I mean, I paid, okay. So I paid, I did mine. We split. I paid my half, whatever. No, I'm cool, right? But you know what happened, right?
I know that was it. Next.
I think that was unbelievable for me, but also I was younger, right? So it was like a different. But I'm like, first of all, you're the one that wanted to meet up with me because I didn't have to take the train into the city to meet you.
Right. That's just crazy. That's interesting. I haven't had one of those, but I don't know how I would react if I
And,
did.
and and I will honestly say, like, if I've been like dating you for a while and we've been out, I don't have a problem, treating whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But on the first whatever, because for me normally, first dates are we going to get coffee, Starbucks,
Right.
or
Right.
whatever, because
Right.
that's an easy
Yeah.
in and
Meet
out,
and greet. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I figured, but that's another thing. I would say what I have learned is I don't know now. I'm like when I hooked up my friends, I've noticed it didn't work out too well. Right now that I'm going back to my little Rolodex, my little mental Rolodex.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Some of these dudes that I got my friends introduced me to, I don't know. They probably nice guys, but now that I think about it, I don't know if I should let my friends hook me up anymore.
It ain't been working well. They ain't been doing a good job. They ain't been doing a good job. You might have to give them a criteria. You need to set some ground rules.
Yeah. But
My
no,
unbelievable date was interesting. It didn't become interesting until the end. Like it was nice conversation. We went to a seafood restaurant. It was big for I had a great time.
Mhm.
So, he said, I want to give you some money for your gas because, we met up. And I was like, you don't have to do that. And he was like, no, I want to do it. I want it because you was kind enough to
Mhm.
drive out here. So I just want you to know I appreciate your time. So, he passed me some money across the table. I never looked at it,
Mhm.
didn't think twice about it. When I was on my way home, I went to grab the money. Girl, it was $250. I felt like I was a call girl. I was like, because I never heard from him again. I felt like I was a paid escort. He
I
paid me
mean,
for the time.
that was interesting, but I do appreciate the gesture. Like I do appreciate, like, hey, I asked you to come and meet me, and so I'm going to give you some money for gas. Now, why he thought you needed $250 for gas? I don't know,
That's what
but
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Hey, Nisi Poo.
hey, Charita. So,
That's what I'm saying.
so
Like,
you
I was
never heard
like,
from him again?
no.
Was it one of the from one of the apps?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Yes, it
okay.
was. But it's
Maybe that.
still crazy. Like, who does that?
Well, I'm not.
That was
Well,
so
but
unbelievable
that
to
makes
me.
sense though a
Like, who
little.
does that?
But that makes a little sense though, right? Because we know there's some strange things happening on the dating apps.
It is, but that's wild. I was like, what? Wait, was this arranged? Like I'm like, that's how I felt. Like, who does that? Who gives 200? I did call and was like, yo, was this
So what he
intentional? And
say?
he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. I was like, well, why you give me two hundred
So
and
he
fifty
paid for
dollars?
dinner and he paid for dinner
Yes,
and
he
he gave you two
did. He
hundred.
paid for dinner. He paid for dinner.
Wow.
Yeah. And that
Did
was
he
the
say
last
why
time
he
I
gave you
seen
two
him.
hundred and $50?
He was like, I just wanted to bless you. I just wanted to give you some money for your gas and stuff. I was like, babe, this is gonna be gas for a minute. Because I only had a high day. I'm good. I'm gonna be good for a minute, but okay. But yeah, that was wild to me. That was
Well,
unbelievable. I never had anything like that happen to me
well, maybe he
before
gave
that
you,
or since.
but maybe he gave you $250 because he wanted to give you money so you could come meet him again.
But
And
he
maybe,
never called me again.
maybe he was waiting for you to initiate the next date.
Oh,
Maybe,
yeah. Well, it was a
so
little
maybe he
odd
was
for
like,
me.
I'm gonna give her $250 for gas, right? So next time she come to meet me, and then maybe he was sitting waiting for you to call, and you never called.
This is the door. Take the blessing and run.
Exactly. Listen, that's me. Because
I
I'm
mean,
like,
at
yeah.
that time, because I never even looked at it. I didn't look at it because, I'm thinking it was maybe a few dollars, just to get gas. Top $50. Like, what you giving me? But yeah, I was like, wow, okay, that's
But it was nice. I mean, that is
interesting.
interesting, but that was nice.
Mm, mm, it was nice. I appreciated it, but it was unbelievable. That's what the question was. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. All
What else
right.
you for me?
What's the next question? So page 170.
I could
Question
just
5.
randomly 170.
Mm-hmm.
What you say? What question?
5.
You said 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many times have you felt you would not recover from a broken heart? Woof. I don't think I ever felt like I
I think
wouldn't
um
recover.
yeah, I don't know that I thought that I would ever recover, but I would say one time where it took me to a place that I never had been to before. Cause
Mm,
I normally was they break up, I cry for a little bit, 30, 15, 30 days, I'm good, right? I'm good. But
right,
there
right,
was
right.
one where I like literally it almost broke me, but it didn't. Like,
Mm.
at the time I felt it could, but yeah.
Yeah, you get those hard hitters, but I can't say that I ever felt like I'm
Mhm.
never going to get over this. This is never going to go away. It's just that it takes time to heal.
Yeah. And that's what I would say. Like, I think, because my norm was, that 30 days, but this one took me longer to get over,
Mhm.
right? But like my twin just said, it took me on a journey,
Mhm.
right? That will like I then it won't I'll never say never, but I would probably never go through that again. Right. Because it took me on a journey where I just really looked into myself. Right. So I think going forward, like I would just be able to like, okay, that just wasn't for me. Right. And
So
also
how would you
I
stop
probably
yourself from going that far? Like, cause I would imagine you were more vulnerable. Would you stop yourself from being vulnerable? What is it that's going to prevent you for going that deep again?
it wouldn't be that it's not that I would stop myself from being more vulnerable, but I think I would I would recognize and pay attention to the flags, right?
Mhm.
You know, I I will not make excuses. Like if I find that I have to make excuses for you, or I have to make, so there's certain things that I would look out for, right? That I would
Mhm.
not fall into, right? Because I think, one of the things I found out in my journey, right, my healing journey, is that I ended up in some of these relationships and stayed there, right, longer than I should have, or ended up getting hurt or whatever because I was loving being in love more than I was loving myself, right?
Okay.
And so now, I've I took the time to really heal and, work on me. Right. And so
Mhm.
I'm number one. Like I'm gonna love myself. I can still love and I can be vulnerable, but I'm gonna love me more than I love just being in a relationship or loving someone else. Right. And so that's why I think that I
Mhm.
can be
Mhm.
vulnerable, but I'm not gonna be vulnerable to the point where, I'm gonna put somebody else over me any again.
Right. 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 Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You have to keep your right perspective in the
Mhm.
relationship. And
Yeah.
it's paramount because quite frankly, you don't need to love anybody that deep if they're
Mhm.
not if they're not your soulmate or
Mhm.
like your husband.
Mhm.
We need to, I think as women, we tend to get too caught up too quickly,
Mhm.
and then we get into that place, so we have to guard our heart at all costs, guard
Mhm.
our mind so that we
Mhm.
stay focused and not get caught up and caught off guard. So I think that's a good thing. Yeah.
But also, I feel like I have to learn
All
that.
right.
I also feel like, and this I learned as well, right? Is I have to learn how to date, right? Because I've always been the person like I meet somebody, we vibe, we start talking, right? 2, 3 months, we in a relationship, right? And so for me, also one of the things I learned is I need to learn how to date, right? Like just really date someone, right? Like go out, date, like it doesn't have to be a label right away. It doesn't have to go to that point of being in a relationship so quickly. You know, so I think that's another thing, right? Because there are some people that do that well, right? They'll date 1, 2, 3 people at a time.
Right.
And I've never been good at that. Like, I don't have, you know, but even if it's just one person, I feel like I have to really take the time, right? More time to get to know the person. So,
Okay. That makes sense.
and what about you? Well, you answered already.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't for me, of course, we've all gone through heartbreak. We've all gone through disappointment. We've all had situation. I think the only person that I really would say that I went into that dark place is my ex-husband when me and
Mm,
him separated, and at that time also our separation came at a time where our first son passed away.
mm. So
So
there was more to it.
right, exactly. We ended up going back and forth. We did a seesaw. That's how
Mhm,
our second son is here, Tehran.
mhm,
But that was the dark place of it all, is because of how much I was losing out. And like I lost
mhm,
my stepdaughter because then she was no longer in my life anymore.
mhm,
So it was like really, really hard. We didn't have that close connection anymore. So that's where it came to be. But I still don't recall, feeling as though I would never get over it, but it
mhm,
was a journey, like you said. It was a process, and it took a longer time for me to heal from it. Heck, it took a long time for us to get divorced, child. It took us 10
mhm.
years to get the divorce.
Yeah.
But and that's only because we were bouncing back and forth,
Mhm.
not really sure until I made the decision that I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So, that was the process, but it wasn't a feeling of not being able to overcome.
Mm,
That's a different place.
mm. I mean, and because here's the reality, right? We know that we're gonna get over it, right? It might just
Mhm,
take longer than it does, right? But I think it's for me, it was a good process, right? A lot of good came of it. Like I always will say, like there's definitely some purpose that comes out of your pain, right?
mhm. Absolutely.
Right? And so I learned a lot about myself, right? I made the decision to like really start to go after what I really want, creating my own life. And I became a coach, I started my own business. So a lot of good stuff, came out of it. But I think most of all is I just really truly started just living like authentically. Like I think I've always been an authentic person, like anybody that
Mhm,
knows me, but I think I really started being authentic to the point where, I got away from being the everything is good, right? Like when people ask you, oh, you good? Like I got used to saying, well, no, I'm not good, right? Like
mhm,
when people
mhm.
be like, how are you? Nope, nope, I could use your help, right? Like
Right,
I got
right,
better
right.
at just being really like not feeling like I had to have it all together, right? And
Mhm,
do everything by myself, right? And so I think for me, I really have gotten to a place where I'm just really like living life. It's not like there's still ups and downs. Things are always not good. Like today, I told you my energy was lower. I was tired, but at the end of the day, for the most part, I am living the life that I'm creating for myself, right? So,
mhm.
you know, so I think
That's a good place to be.
yeah. I mean, and like I said, it's not all, roses all the time, but hey, when you do the work and you shift your mindset, right? You realize that you have the power to create the life that you want to live.
Right, right, absolutely. I agree with that totally. All right, you got another one for me?
All right, let's see. What's the pages? 151.
152 to 171.
Okay. 152 is 165. Question 8.
Okay. What is one thing you wish your mate would do more? Well, we don't have a mate. I'm gonna go down. What three qualities would you would your ideal relationship have? We don't, we don't have mates, so we can't answer the question. That's just so. That's just
Well,
crappy.
we could have pretended we had mates and answered the question. So what was the
If
question?
that's what you want to do.
The question
Which
was,
one? You want to pretend or you want a real question?
we're doing a real question.
Okay. What three qualities would your ideal relationship have?
I mean, one definitely communication is key, right? Like someone that
Always.
is able to communicate, right? To share, to like that. That's like number one. Um, Honesty is huge for me,
Yeah, I was thinking
right?
trust. Yeah.
Yeah, so honesty, trust, right? That's huge for me. And then someone that, has and I'm gonna put it like this, because going to church don't matter. Because listen, some of these church dudes, you know, I need you to have a personal relationship with the Lord, right? That doesn't mean you're going to church. Like if you go to church, that's nice, but I need you to know him for
Know them for
yourself,
yourself.
right?
Yes.
And it's the word. You have your own personal relationship. Not you go sit on the pew and hold your Bible, and then you leave church, and the rest of the week you act like you don't know him. So
Right.
that's important because I've dated no, and I'm not saying they're all like this, but I've dated dudes who were in the church and they were rah 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 rah, right, but they were like the worst ever. So
Hmm.
you know so for me, you have to have your own personal relationship with Christ, and not because I have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, not don't all of a sudden believe in Jesus because I believe in
Leave
Jesus,
it. Yeah, absolutely.
right? Like,
Gotta
have
be
your
for
own
you.
personal relationship. Like, yeah, like if you're new and you're learning, like you know what I'm saying. But I'm saying don't do it just because that's you're trying to get with me. Like, I need you to
Right.
have your own walk with
Right. Right.
Him.
Right. I think the one thing I would add to that, I would agree with everything you said, but I also want to have a friendship.
Well, yeah,
Like
but I
I
want to do three.
So I know that's why I'm adding to it. I'm not going to say yours. I'm
Okay.
going to add to it. Like I want to say a friendship. Like I
Okay.
really
Yeah.
want to have a good friendship
Mhm.
because I want to be able to laugh. I want to be able to be silly. I want
Mhm.
to be able to be good friends. I want to be able to be, that rock. I want to be able to
Mhm.
be everything. Like I really want that sincere friendship, and I hate to almost say it like how you are with your girls.
Yeah.
Like I
I
want to
mean,
be that way with him.
but also you want that because at the end of the day, right? I always say like when you're elder, like when you're at that point where, right, you no longer can do certain things, you might have some stuff sagging or whatever, right?
Right, right, right.
I want to still be able to sit on the porch with you and just swing
Chill
or do whatever and
and have
chill
a good
and
time.
talk and
And
laugh.
and be in a room and not necessarily be communicating,
Yeah,
but enjoying the time.
and I will say that like those have been some of my best relationships, right? Where I have this friendship with the person, right? But also where we could be in the same room and not have to talk, but there's still a
Right,
connection,
right, right,
right?
right.
Or we could be in the same space and don't have to be up underneath each other all the time,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
But you're there. But yeah,
Right.
I think friendship is definitely a good one. Like you want to get to know the person. Like you want to have someone you could laugh with, joke with, right? Because
Mhm,
yep,
mhm.
that's right. Friendship always needs to come first. Because
Yep,
when you
yep.
start there, it's lighter, right?
Mhm.
Especially because although I know
Yeah,
most
I
people think
definitely
I'm
need
serious, well, I'm not serious as most people think I am because
right.
we spend time together. But I like to joke around. I like to have fun or whatever, right? Like
Right,
only people
right.
that really know
And
me.
you have to have that kind of communication with me because of the fact I can be a little snarky, not in a bad way, but I can give it back to you. I can have a little sarcasm, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So like, and I mean it in a fun loving way. You know, I'm not, if you take me too serious, then you're gonna miss me. Because I'm not that serious. I like to have fun. I like to play around. I like all that good stuff.
Mhm.
So I need that friendship, and only a friend could really take you in
Yeah.
a positive light when you're acting silly and goofy. And I know how to be serious. I know how to be
You
professional.
gotta,
I know how to
you
be
gotta
silly.
know how to
I
receive
know
it.
how to
Yeah.
be the person you need me to be in the right position, but I need to have that person that I can just have fun with. I
Yeah,
want to just have
you
fun.
can't be too stuffy. Don't be too
Yeah,
stuffy. And for,
I gotta have fun with you. I gotta have fun with you.
and for me, you
So
gotta like different kind of music. Because one day I might be bumping DMX, and another
right,
day I
right.
might be bumping Mary Mary. Right. So
You gotta flow with me.
you gotta
You
be able to flow.
gotta be able to move with me.
Cause I remember sometimes pulling into the church parking lot being like, oh, I forgot I got DMX on.
I know,
But let
girl,
me tell you
listen.
something. That's my boy. Cause listen, he could praise some of these people under the water.
Mm-hmm,
So right.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, but you have to also like, just have a variety, like to just have fun.
Yeah,
Travel. You gotta
yeah.
want to
To do
travel,
things, yeah,
right?
goodness knows that's a must. Got to do things. Can't
Yeah.
just be doing nothing all the time. I like
Yes.
to go out. I like to go to festivals. I like to go to concerts. I like all that good stuff, you
Mhm.
know. So
And they have to be
that would be
comfortable in
me.
their skin. They
Yeah,
have to be,
definitely.
like you have to be comfortable doing whatever it is that you're doing, right? Like, you know, um, because I'm successful, right? I have been. You can't be intimidated by that, right? Because
Right.
I'm not gonna make you feel intimidated. But you have if you're a garbage man and you love being a garbage man, then you got to be comfortable being that garbage man, right? You got to be. I'm just
Right,
using that
right.
as an example, right? But you got to be comfortable in
Or
your.
that's your position. You might be aspiring to do more, but that's where
Are
you
you
are presently, and you good
exactly?
with that.
You
You
might
good
be
with that.
you might be happy with that. I don't really care,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but be happy with wherever you are in life, because don't expect me to be your happiness because I won't expect you to be my happiness. So that's another
Right,
thing, right?
right.
Like we're two people that are coming together and we're able to grow together, right? We're able to maybe go to the next level together if that's what we want to do, right? But we do have to kind of be on a little bit of the same plan, like the same playing field mentally,
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
right?
gotta be of like mind. We
Yeah,
gotta be of like mind, and that's in all things. We
yeah,
gotta have that same, and that's the one thing we could be opposites, but we still have like minded. We're still
yeah,
like minded,
exactly.
and that's just like that's why I say friendship, because if you look at your friends, you are not clones of your friends.
Mhm.
You complement your friends. They complement you. Y'all are different people, and y'all vibe together, and that's all I want. I just want a good
Mhm.
vibe because I want
Yeah,
to enjoy it. I want to
yeah.
enjoy the relationship.
I mean, but I think like Lisa said, right? I feel like friendship has to come first,
Oh, absolutely. That's
right?
why I said that's my thing.
Yeah,
Like, I need that. We got to be good friends.
yeah,
Is I mean, the reality of it is, for me, like, even if it doesn't work out, I can still be your friend.
yeah.
I'm good with that. I got a lot of friends. I'm good with that. I don't have problems with being friends.
Yeah. I
So
mean, and sometimes, right? It might just end up being friends. But
yeah.
I think for me anyway, that's just that's just where I'm at in life. Put it like this: I am at an age where yes, we need to be friends, but we need to be friends. But at my age, I don't have like 3 years for you to figure out what you want.
Oh my God. I don't have months.
I,
I don't have months for you to figure
exactly,
out
but
what
that's
you
what I'm
want.
saying.
Like,
But
I don't have
I just
that
said
time.
3 years, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I'm,
Like, get your life together. Know what you want. Because and the reality of it is, at this age, baby, I'm not a teenager. I'm not a young adult. At this age,
yeah,
you gotta already know. You gotta already know. And whether I am or I'm not, you gotta know.
yeah. Yeah, for real.
So, all right, give me another one. Give me a page. Give me a number.
One. Let somebody in the
Oh, yeah. Can somebody
YouTube
give
land
me a
pick the
page
number.
number between 152 and 171 and a number between 1 and 14 for the question? A page between 152 and 171 and a number from 1 to 14. Come on, give me something, y'all. Man, we don't like dead air. All right.
Lisa said
Okay, we
7.
got two. So we're going to do both 21 and 7. No, I'm going to say 71. You missed the numbers. 71. And you said 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you are in love, you need.
When you're in love, you need finish the sentence, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
When you are in love, you need. I feel like we just answered that.
Yeah, kind of did.
Right? Like when you're in love, you need like a
I need
like-minded.
affection. I didn't say
Oh,
that.
so yeah, so what's your love language? Your love language is affection.
My love language is God. Why am I drawing a blank? Service, physical touch, and I forgot what the third one is, but those are the top two, which are the ones that matter the most. Service. I like acts of service
Mm-hmm.
and physical touch.
Yeah, I think my number one is physical touch, and I think
Lisa
two is
said common sense,
and
girl. Please have common sense.
listen. If they have common sense,
Listen, if they ain't got common sense, I ain't never
we
fall
didn't
in
even get to
love.
the
I ain't even get there.
we didn't even get past the first date if they don't got common
I'm
sense.
telling you.
So, but yeah, they do definitely need common sense. Common sense. Yeah. Yes, I would say that, like, you know, I need someone. I actually need someone who is, yeah, affectionate, right? That's
Love will
true.
make you dumb.
It will. That's why I had to go through the process I went through, so I don't end up like that again. Because trust me,
Right.
well, because you know, these are my girls, so she know my moments of dumbness.
Child, it's crazy out in these streets.
Yeah, she knows my, you know, my stuff. Yeah, I mean, but that's another thing, right? You know, so and that's why it's also a learning experience, right? Like it's you got to get to that point where you learn, right? So, all right, what was the next question?
The next question is from Dawn 165, question 7. What is your best date in high school?
Oh my God, high school.
I don't remember.
Can't remember high school. I kind of feel like high school was that puppy love stage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What was my best? I know what wasn't one of my best dates. And I kind of feel like if I was to see this person again, I would apologize. Another blind date situation. This wasn't the best date, but this blind date situation, I talked to this guy over the phone. Oh my God, his voice was like to die for. Right. So we had a blind date and we went, I went to meet him, right? And we were going to go to the movies or whatever. And when I got there, I was like, and then I told him I wasn't feeling well and I went back home.
That's I had one of those. I hid. I didn't even approach.
You didn't even go? Yeah,
I didn't even approach.
That was one of my best days.
I was like, ah! Run out the back.
Let me see. High school, high school, high school. Oh God.
I have one. I was still in high school. I would say this is not first love, but serious love. Um, he bought me something to wear. He took me to a very fancy restaurant. He gave me gifts. That's when I really was like treated like
Mhm,
really special.
mhm,
And I really had a great time. But just the fact being a teenager and somebody
mhm,
knowing you well enough to buy you something and you know, and take you to a nice place. And it was a really nice place,
mhm,
but we had to end up going somewhere else to get something to eat because the food, we as teens
mhm.
weren't prepared for the small sport portions that was being
Oh,
served.
y'all went to a pretty food restaurant.
Yeah, we
Well, the
weren't.
food
We
looked
weren't. It was
the food
nice.
looked
Like
good
I
too.
remember, I don't know the name of the place, but it had. We was near a window. They had a little waterfall, a little pond with a little waterfall, a white dove. Like I remember all of that. I just didn't remember. I don't remember the name of the place, but it was so beautiful. But child, when I seen that food come out, I was like, and I've always been a eater. So we was like, like, and that was friends, because we was busting out laughing like, "What the heck?" Like it was the meals were so small. I was like, oh my God, I'ma die. I'ma die. All right, it's been some stuff.
So I
Hey,
I would say,
Joseph.
but I would say my first boyfriend, right? He was cool. He was so fine. Oh my God, Amos. But he ended up being a liar
Mm.
for no reason. Like he was a pathological liar. At
Oh
16,
wow.
I was like, how do you? I'm like, what did Joseph say? What if they good with what's OBJ? They good physical.
It was probably emoji is not
Oh, he
showing
said,
up.
"Oh, very good with physical touch, but lack common
Common
sense."
sense. I can't
You
do
can't
it.
do it. Mm-mm. You
Mm-mm.
need to have common
You
sense.
gotta have common sense. Why you leave?
You
Oh,
leave.
because I left because he was not, no, like
Yeah,
it was just not my cup of tea. I'm just gonna
exactly. Yeah,
say that. It
I was like,
wasn't my cup of tea, and I had to back out.
yeah,
That was me.
because we were young and superficial, Joseph.
Yes, very,
We were vain, Joseph, and young.
very. I was very vain when I was young. Very vain. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was all that when I still kind of do, but I I was all that. And when
Thank
I
God for
seen
growth,
bro,
right? Thank God that we
and
got.
I was a petite girl, more petite, and he was not. And I was like, what the? It was
Oh,
very
oh,
funny.
oh! You discriminated against him because he was a little hefty.
Well, listen, everybody ain't for everyone. And for those who are, I wasn't the one for him.
Okay, but
Trust me.
listen, that's the thing you gotta
I
learn,
wasn't
right?
the one. I
That is the
wasn't
thing
the
you
one for
learn.
him.
Well,
I will
look,
admit it.
right? Listen, Joseph said you still like that, Kim.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Lisa said he was love.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah, he was fluff. He had a lot of fluff. So I was like, yes.
I will
So,
honestly say, like, for me, it was Jude had the what Billy D. Williams voice on the phone, but he did not have the
mm.
Billy D. Whatever. That's
I
why I
had
left.
another
That's why
blind,
I
I had a
left.
blind date like that too. My girlfriend Well, I don't know if she was my girlfriend because I know she wouldn't have dated this guy. And she hooked me up with the guy, and we had great conversation on the phone. That's why you gotta listen. Cut to the chase, women. Get to the meet and greet. You ain't gotta go out to dinner. You just meet at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, something real in and out where you can really make your exit. Don't do nothing. Listen, you gotta don't be on that phone because they be sounding all good and stuff. And then the next thing you know,
But people do say that sometimes, right? How many times have people said to you, you might be missing out because I'm still trying.
because
to
I'm
move
looking
past
at the
that.
exterior,
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm going to lose out.
for me,
I'm gonna lose out. I'm gonna lose out
I was gonna say, but for
because
me,
I'm gonna
if
be
that's the
totally
first.
transparent here. I have to envision kissing you one day,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
if I can't.
But I think people think only men are visual, but some
Are
women are visual
very,
as well, right? And so for
very
me, it's the
visual.
same thing, right? Like, you have to be pleasing on the eyes, right? But then you
Yep.
might open your mouth and that's it.
Then we're done.
Then we're
Because then
done.
if the teeth
Right?
isn't right, then I got a problem there.
Oh no, you gotta have teeth, nice teeth.
Yeah, I'm a teeth person. I'm definitely a teeth person.
Mm-hmm.
What you say, what?
Why do
Why
looks
do
matter?
looks matter so much if they are good people?
Joseph, that's what we trying to work past. We trying to
I'm
get
a
past.
work in process.
Yeah,
I'm a work in a
we
process,
yeah,
and
that's
once I get there, I'll let everybody know. But I ain't there
well,
yet.
I might get there before Kim, but I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
Come
Yeah.
on, Dawn. Someone being truthful.
Exactly,
I need to
twin.
be able to
Yes,
look at
twin.
you.
Yes, twin.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And it ain't that you gotta be drop dead gorgeous. I'm not
Gorgeous.
saying that, but you just have to be attractive to me.
Yeah,
But
exactly. If
somebody
you
else may think that you're not that attractive, but you're attractive to me. That's
exactly,
all
if
I
you don't
need.
have to
I
be
just need attraction
you don't
to
have to be
me.
Method Man, right? You don't have to be Idris, right? But you do have to
You
be.
either. Thank you for being honest, Joseph.
But you have to
You
be.
either.
You have to be what you call it, easy on the eyes.
Yes, yes, I do. I need that. I need that desperately.
And for me, honestly, like I need your hair not to be longer than mine. So yeah, yes, drop that.
It does help. It does help.
It
It
does
does
help.
help.
Like I prefer men who either have a nice cut
Nice
or
cut.
a bald
Yeah,
head.
me too.
Or
Yeah,
bald
me
head.
too.
Yeah.
I'm not into like the dread look. I don't like that too much. Yeah. And I don't like the guys that do the man bun.
What's the
I
man doing?
when they pull it up in a ponytail. You ain't seen that? Y'all ain't got that over there?
No, I guess I never really paid attention to it. But yeah.
Oh, that I don't understand that.
But you mean a ponytail, not like a bun. You talking about a bun? They wear a bun?
Yeah, they wrap some of them will wrap that little thing up and turn it into a bun. Yes,
Really?
yes, yes.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I ever saw that. I don't think I ever saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
wouldn't
have.
be. Mm-mm. All
Well,
right.
Joseph got a question. What if you look good but not affectionate? I wouldn't be able to rock with you.
Well,
I need affection.
yeah, I need you to be like if you never get to the
And I
point.
don't need if you're not into
Yeah.
public displays of affection, that's fine.
No, I need you to hold my hand. If I want to, if you
I
want
don't
to,
need, well, that's not to me, that's not a public
but
display of
no, yeah, like
affection. Holding
I
my
like
hand.
holding hands. I like
Yeah,
cuddling, right?
right.
Yeah,
But I think I could get over it if it's not necessarily in public.
yeah.
But if
But if
you
you're
don't
not
give me no
affectionate,
affection, I
yeah,
can't do it. I
yeah.
can't. You got to be affectionate. I can't
Mhm.
handle non-affectionate people.
Mhm.
Men, I shouldn't say. Let me be clear. Men, I can't seriously.
But I think also for me, right? A little spin on that is I'm gonna need to kind of figure out why, because also for me, right, based on my experience, right, I am I need to understand like why like it depends on being outside, because are you trying to hide something, like you don't want nobody to know that you're in a relationship, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
don't do that very well.
oh,
You can't hide me.
twin
Oh, you see it?
twin twin just sent me a picture of the man bun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it depends, Joseph, on the level. Like if it, like Kim said, if it's just like you don't like public displays of affection, fine. But if like we're in the house and you sitting on one end of the couch and I'm on the other, like you don't like cuddling and all that stuff, then it's not gonna work.
Right, right. Yeah, I don't like that. I can't do it.
Mhm.
Thanks for the questions, Joseph. I appreciate you. Anybody else got any pages y'all want us to do? 152 to 171, numbers 1 to 14. If not, Theo will pick one.
um, what's the pages? 152, you said?
Yeah, to 71.
So 160.
Yes,
Course,
Dawn, I did do yours.
yeah, 160, question 11.
What is the single most important piece of advice you would offer to a person of the opposite sex?
Oh God, I don't know. Of the opposite sex. I don't know.
So on the
Mm.
dating apps, I would like to offer my recommendation. Dude, we need good pictures. I've been seeing some real jacked up pictures, close-ups in the face. We're trying to see the exact same things you're trying to see. We want to see, I need to see your whole face, take the glasses off. Don't be turned sideways. I really need to see the whole face, because these dating ads, man, y'all ain't doing yourselves no justice. Um, y'all don't even get a look read because the picture be so jacked up. I just be
Mm.
swiping. See, Dawn
Wow.
is agreeing because she's on there with me. Theo left me long ago.
Oh, am I gonna have to? Am I gonna have to hear? I listen. I apologize that I just left and didn't tell you that I was no longer
Yeah,
there.
it's fine though. It's fine. I
So
appreciate you.
what advice would I give? Um, I would say just be honest, and
Hmm.
yeah, I would say be honest, right? Like, if, because here's the thing, and I mean, I've always been like this. Like, I've always said to dudes, like, if at any point you feel like you don't want to be in this relationship, just
Say
let me know,
so.
right?
Say so.
And that's why it always ends up with you being disappointed, because I don't even know if it's heartbreak, right? It's that disappointment, right, that leads to the hurt.
Hmm.
Because I told you up front, dude, if you never want to be in this relationship, just be honest. And then instead of you being honest, you just go do all of this other okey doke stuff, right? And so, yes, I would say just be honest, because hey, especially
Right,
at this age,
exactly.
right? Like, I'm about to be what, 58. I don't have time for games. Straight up.
Not at all. And I think you need to be your real self. Be
Yeah.
your real
Yeah.
self and
Hey,
let us
just be
know
who
who
you
you
are.
are. Don't, I mean, it's cool. We don't
Just
need
be
to
who
play the
you
game.
are.
Nobody, especially at our age, and then actually at any age, stop playing games. Just be real. The
And
woman will respect
don't
you
wear
so much
white
better.
too. And don't wear white tube socks with dress shoes.
That's for the older generation, definitely. Can't wear that. Can't wear that. Oh, this is a
I I
compliment.
I thank you. I laugh because that used to be the running joke of me and my dad. Like I literally be like, Daddy, you not going outside like that. Take off the white socks. Right.
I'm very happy my dad doesn't do that.
Yeah,
At
so,
least I haven't seen him with that.
I broke my dad out of the habit. So
No, okay. That's
so
good.
yeah,
That's
but
good.
yeah,
That's
early.
good.
Like I was like, listen, we not doing that, Daddy. But yeah, but thank you, Joseph. Yeah, but I would say that like I'm really at the point where I don't have I never had time for games, but like right now, like because I tolerated stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was my phase of I was loving just being in a relationship, right? But that ain't me anymore, right? And so, I what April 28th, 58. Anybody got time for games? Either you know what you want or you don't.
Right,
If I'm not for
exactly.
you, I'm not for you. I'll be okay.
And that's good. Yeah. Deuces. It's good. It's okay.
Mhm.
It doesn't hurt to be honest.
Yeah.
She'll appreciate you later.
That's the main thing. I seriously do appreciate honesty. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot take liars.
Not
It's
at all.
it's crazy. So
Not
you
at
want one
all.
more question?
Huh?
One more question.
Yeah, sure. Let's do one more and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. 167. Question 2.
What made love exciting for you in the beginning of your relationship?
I think it's always the newness, right? It's the because in the beginning it's
It's
always fun.
googly eyes, it's fun,
Right,
it's just you get so excited. Yes, it's big
right.
fun in
Like
the
you
beginning.
talking on the phone like you teenagers, right?
Right.
You know. But
Exactly.
I think as I got older, right, I be like, listen, it's 9:30. I gotta go to bed. Right? I gotta I gotta get
I'm
up
before
tomorrow.
you. I'm before you.
Right?
I'm getting
Well,
sleepy at
we know you being there
8:39.
like by 8:30.
Yeah. But then let me I do wake up at before the sun rises
I was
big
gonna say you're
time.
up early.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
up at 3:30, so
yeah,
I gotta fall asleep.
yeah. But yeah, I would say, I think back then, right? It really was like it's that newness. It's like
Mm-hmm.
talking like you talking to him 2 and 3 times a day, right? You're texting back. Well, now that it's texting, but back in the day, it'd be like you talking to him 2 and 3 times a day. You're on the phone. You're going out, right? Exactly. You're falling asleep on the phone,
On the
right?
phone. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you
Lying,
y'all.
saying, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I'm
You
fine.
hang up. Okay, bye. You hang up. Okay, bye. Okay, right. So yeah,
It's the
but
fun of it all. It's the
yeah.
excitement of the newness and just getting to know the person
Mhm.
and going out and having fun and all that great stuff. That's the best part. Yeah,
Yeah,
just learning about each other.
yeah.
It's so
But
much
then
fun.
but then I think it really, as you get older, you really then begin to recognize, right? It's about building that foundation.
Hmm.
Cause when all of that newness and that fun, right? You got to be able to
Wears off.
you got to withstand those challenging times, right? And
Right,
so,
right, right.
learning how to get really and truly for me it's like that person that's you're gonna ride for one another, right?
Hmm.
Like you're gonna understand that times may be tough, right? But you're gonna have each other's back.
Right.
You're not trying to bail when stuff goes array or whatever, when
Hmm.
times are hard or whatever. So, but I think for me, but that all comes back to what we started with, right? What's the most important thing in a relationship is that communication, right?
Right, right.
It's really, being able to communicate, talk to one another, so that when you are going through stuff, you're able to sit down and talk about it.
Thanks, Joseph. I
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Joseph.
Definitely
Well,
a
he said he's gonna
pursuit.
bring harder questions. Oh my God.
Do that. Do that. We look
Yeah,
forward to it.
we might have you
Uh,
on here as a guest.
he's been asking, actually. He's a friend of mine. He's
Yeah,
been
so we need to,
asking.
yeah, we need to get him up here.
Okay, we'll pull him in. I'll work on that.
But I think it's I think for me, just because of my journey, right? I always feel like I look back at my history, right? And now I'm like, I can't wait to God sends me, right, that the one, right? Because I feel like they're gonna get like a totally different Theodora,
Mm,
right? They're gonna get all of the good stuff that the other men got,
right,
but
right.
they're also going to get probably a little more because they're going to get someone that truly recognizes now her worth, right? Truly
Mm,
recognizes that, she doesn't have to settle, right? Someone that's not going to hold back because they're worried about what speaking out is going to do to the relationship.
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
think it will be totally different because I know in my past relationships, right, I wasn't always probably forthright or whatever because I was holding back, right, because I didn't want to hurt them or mess up the relationship or whatever. So I think the next dude that has the benefit of being, with me, right, he's
Mm-hmm,
gonna
mm-hmm.
experience a totally different person in that I've grown, right, and I truly respect, and understand my worth and what I'm worth,
Right.
right.
Absolutely. You said that very well. I agree 100%. Because goodness knows I don't hold back too much.
Well, yeah.
I just can't. I just not in me no more. I say what's on my mind.
Yeah.
I do it with patience and understanding. So I'm not sharp with my tongue, but I do say what I want to say.
Mhm.
So
But it also it's at the point that you say what you want to say because you just want to be honest, and also you're
absolutely.
saying, and you're saying what, like for me it would be saying what I want to say because it's what I really feel, and not because
Mm,
hey, I don't want to, I don't want to take the chance of them not wanting to be with me right now. It's like,
right,
what, no,
right.
if they can't handle how I feel, then then we just got to figure that out,
Right.
right?
If you can't handle me, if you
And if that
can't,
means we're not going
you're
to be
not
together,
you're
yeah,
not the one. You're not
yeah,
the one. Plain and simple. You're not the
yeah.
one.
So,
And
so
that's
I think,
okay.
yeah. So I think that that's really been a good, thing.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all, all of y'all who participated. One thing we always do is we let our audience be involved in the conversation.
Mhm.
So don't hold back. You can get on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Well, Instagram, I can't, unfortunately, pour in the questions. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought Instagram now linked with StreamYard, but I guess
It does, but it doesn't pull in the questions. It wasn't
okay.
any on there. Just my hey nephew, well, hey
Mhm.
cousin. Wait, I don't know which cousin that is. I think that's my nephew.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't. But Facebook and YouTube, they pull in. So that's where you
Mm.
want to be if you want
Yeah.
to engage with us. And we love the engagement. It makes it fun. So it's
Mm.
a group of us talking. And if you want to be on the show, hey, let me know.
Fun.
DM a girl. I'm
Exactly,
on
Joseph.
all social media platforms. Let's just talk with Gim.
Hmm.
Kim. I said Gim, but I know my name.
Yeah.
It's Kim.
And I am Theodora Carter 428, Instagram and Facebook.
All right. So we will see y'all next week. Appreciate y'all. Have fun until next week. See you
Yes.
then.
Good
Bye.
night.